Let's get in our market expert then. We have Mithun Aswath, managing partner at Kivah Advisors, who joins in. Hi Mithun, good afternoon. Good to see you in. Hope Diwali was rocking for you. Well, this seems to be a bottoms-up market. So if you could tell us, you could share a couple of ideas with us first from, if you're looking at it from a 12 to 18 months time horizon, what would that be? Which one would it be?
Yeah, afternoon, Nigel. I may not want to discuss names because we may be in the, we may have advised clients just recently.
All right, I think that line has snapped a little bit, so we'll wait to get Mithun, back on the show. But he was going to share something with us, so hopefully we get him back. By the way, pull up the intraday chart of EPAC prefab. The stock recall was down close to 3%, and the volumes are quite large. I don't know whether something has happened to there, but the stock has suddenly, seen a big spurt up, volume spurt, as well as, the stock has moved into the green from trading in the red. So that's one stock actually that comes up for you. And Agility should come up for you. That's up 2%, but the entire 2% has come in this arm. Mithun, you were sharing that idea with us. Please go ahead.
Yes. I may not divulge names right now, but I will just give you a sense of what we're thinking. I think, the last few months, we've seen the markets kind of consolidate and really not correct that much because of domestic inflows. But what we actually I think we're coming to a juncture where, global markets have done well and India is doing a little bit of a catch up. We do expect, maybe even the foreign institutional investors to start investing into India. And we could go a lot higher in the near to medium term over the next couple of quarters, primarily because, I think the results in Q3 and Q4 are going to be good compared to last year. Also, we do think a trade deal is kind of in the offing. It may happen maybe post the Bihar elections is our sense. So this is a good time to look at ideas, good companies, which may have just been in a range for the last year or so, or 6 to 9 months, primarily because of, the concerns on the geopolitical front. So, the kind of names on the textile front, you could buy the leaders there, which have kind of consolidated good businesses, but have been hampered by this extra tariffs. There could be several plays even because of this tariff correction. So I think there's an opportunity there where you can spot good companies which have corrected only because of this reason. And as you know, right, the company's value is not just based on 2 quarters results, but if you do a DCF to the future, a lot of these companies present good opportunities.
Mithun, name a couple of companies, right, with due disclosures. What have you all bought recently? Not a recommendation, all disclosures taken on board.
Sure. Something that we have been looking at is, I think we've held it earlier as well. A company like Arvind Limited, something that we are quite positive on. We've also liked Gokuldas Exports, but it has run up quite a bit. But these are the type of names that come to mind, which could be opportunities. They have gone up a bit in the recent past. So one should look at maybe corrections because obviously the volatility based on these trade negotiations keep happening. But I think these are a couple of good businesses for the long run. Say, for example, Arvind not only has the garments business, it also has the advanced textiles business as well, which they have now subsidiarized. So that could also form a type of value unlocking in the future.
Got that. Arvind, by the way, there's some news coming in.
Have you win? Almost a forgotten sector, right? And there are very few pure play print media listed stocks. DB obviously is reacting. It's one of them. But overall, any interest in the media space?
No, Surabhi. I don't think we've looked at anything on the media space directly. We've tend to maybe more be positive on the internet sort of companies where they'll obviously gain from sort of from media spends. But not any of these the old age media companies. They're obviously very valuable in terms of because they're most of them have net cash and trade at very low multiples. But I don't think there is any real trigger for these stocks to re-rate.
The question is, will it come before the Bihar election or after? Because there is that moral code of conduct for the Bihar Assembly elections. So will they wait for it to be lifted before the hike comes into effect? Mithun, I remember from our previous conversation, the broader tilt was more towards capex. So you had liked a couple of these defense names, BML, HAL, Bharat Dynamics. I may get the numbers wrong, but there was this tilt towards manufacturing defense. Now, increasingly, the interest has come back in consumption names. How is your portfolio now looking in consumption? Which are the stocks that you are active in or present in that you're recommending?
So I think on the consumption side, I think last time we spoke about, and has done quite well, is, TVS Holdings. On the auto side, it's the holding company of TVS Motors, and trades at a massive discount to the value of TVS Motors that it has. It's almost a 65 to 70% discount. They have about 51% in TVS Motors. They've also got bought into a stake into a NBFC business as well, which should add value to their portfolio going forward. So I think that primarily is going to be an NBFC plus the value of the TVS Motors that it has. So we've been kind of positive on the auto discretionary space. I think those are going to benefit obviously from this GST cuts that we've seen. We've already seen the numbers in terms of the sales really perk up, and I think that will be visible in the Q3 numbers, less so in the Q2 numbers. I think also, there's been spaces like the consumer durable side, which also should show good growth in Q3. So I think that's something that we like. Having said that, I think we continue to be very positive on the defense space. I think that's a multi-year sort of a story. We've spoken about companies that we've liked earlier, like Bharat Forge, which is more of a holistic play, not only defense, it also has exposure to auto and the exports. So the tariff situation kind of blows over, that again becomes an incremental positive for companies like that.
Okay. All right, Mithun, we'll leave it on that note for today. Thank you very much for joining in. Good conversation as always, and we look forward to the next one. That's